Aha, there we go. So, we are here in Le Planet of the Coasters. Yes, I think that I am a skinny person, so right now we're just in the create an avatar section. I'm not really sure. Let's see. I have a pretty distinct nose. Let's see if we can get it. I think that's pretty close, actually. We'll go right there. Yeah? Yeah, that one. I have a very strong chin. Actually, that's not bad. Hair. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's me. That's my hair through and through. Yeah, that one. That's definitely me. Every once in a while, I might look like that, but I think this is pretty much me. Yes? No? Yeah, I usually look like that. Glasses? Nope, no glasses for me. Okay. What do I like to wear? Oh, yeah, that's definitely me. And guess what? Blam! School colors. Oh, look at that. Oh, definitely. I'm not wearing that. Nope, we're going to wear that. Can we not change the color? Please, thank you very much. Okay. King? Am I the king? No. We're just going to go like that. Yeah, that looks okay. That looks kind of like me. We'll just accept that right there. Blam. So we are in Planet Coaster for the first time. Place my avatar. Okay. You're getting it at the same that I am. So we're about right here, yeah? Yeah, Pacific Northwest area. Sure, are you sure? Yes, I live in the Pacific Northwest. Portland, Oregon. Oh man, listen to that music. Whoa. All right, featured creator, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Silverette, watch his videos. Okay, if you haven't watched Silverette's videos, watch them. Okay, so we've got Career Sandbox Challenge. I am going to start in La Sandbox. Obviously, we got some stuff coming soon. And you can choose between tropical or desert. I'm just going to turn this down in my headphones. It's very loud. Man, I'm so excited about this. Okay, tropical. I have an idea here. Okay, tropical works great because I live in not a tropical rainforest, but a temperate rainforest. But yeah, hello. I think maybe alpine is better for that. Look at this Planet Coaster. I am so freaking excited about this. Yes. So, I've never played this before. Okay, so you're gonna have to bear with me. But I think the first thing that I want to do here is, gosh, I have a plan. My plan is to create a place, a beautiful place, a wonderful place, a place that I call. Get ready for it. Brum. That's the drum roll. A place that I call. What do I call it? I forgot. You guys, I am so excited right now about this. I can't tell you. What do I call it? I had it. Cascadia. Cascadia. That's the idea. It's called Cascadia. So, the plan? First, I gotta give us some. We're going to work on terrain. So terrain deformation. So the first thing that we need to do is make this area. So Cascadia, what is Cascadia? Cascadia is, oh, look at that. Oh, so happy. Okay. Cascadia is the Pacific Northwest in a theme park. That's right. Cascadia theme park. Let's add water here. Let's do that. Let's add some water here and see what we got. So what level we want it? We want it right there. Absolutely. So what I'm going to just work on right now is I am going to be working on all of our terrain that we're working with. So, Pacific Northwest, we've got 2 places that I'm covering, basically 2 main cities, I guess, that I'm planning on covering. The first city, Seattle. You gotta cover Seattle if you're in the Pacific Northwest. So, the first thing, and then from there, maybe we'll like cover, I think it's called like Sequim or something like that, out there. We'll have the Olympics, the Olympic Mountains over there. I'm just gonna do this. So this is the Puget Sound that I'm working on. So, and we'll have Seattle right here, and this will be like the islands. So there's a bunch of, it's so, I'm giving you a lesson right now as I do this, and I'm thinking the intensity, I might need to pull the intensity up a bit so I can do this faster. There we go. Perfect. That's a beautiful sculpting speed. Okay. So, should we pause the game while we do this? Yeah, let's do that. So the way that the whole thing works is this actually leads out to the ocean. Obviously, in a theme park, we've got no ocean that we can lead out to. So we're just going to have the water here. Okay, so this is like north up here. And the Puget Sound has a series of islands. I think we're only just going to have one, maybe just little ones sticking around the area. But the Puget Sound has a series of islands that just sort of, they hang out in the middle, and there's like ferries running back and forth. I don't, limitations of the game. I don't think we're going to have ferries or anything like that. I don't think that's going to be an ability. But one of the things that's cool about the Puget Sound, it looks kind of like an arrow. Okay, little looking arrow looking thing here. So I'm just starting us off with the arrow, and so we'll have Seattle right around. I think maybe we'll do. Obviously, this isn't going to be. What do you call it? It's not going to be accurate. Okay. This is going to look very different. It's going to be like a facsimile. That's the word that I'm looking for. This is going to be a facsimile of the Pacific Northwest. So we'll have Seattle town like right up in this area up here. Right here. Let's just put some markers for these things. Right here, we're going to have Rainier. Okay. So this will be Rainier. Rainier. I'm not finishing that. That's a really old reference. Okay, so this is going to be Rainier right here, and maybe we'll have like a little town at the base, roller coaster going around Mount Rainier. You got to add, it's a mountain range, so the Cascades, little mountain range around this area. This will be Rainier. I have to get some reference photos of Mount Rainier. Obviously, this is going to be much, much bigger, okay? So bear with me on this. I'm just putting markers right now, and then at a certain point, I'll be able to, morph these things into what they're going to look like, okay? So Seattle town, Rainier area, maybe Alpine Village area. Okay, out here, this is our, this is the Olympic Mountains. Again, don't know, maybe roller coaster around here. So I just got to build this up. This is where our Olympic Mountains go, and I think there will be stuff along the side here. Seattle town will have a nice plaza. Maybe, like something like the Space Needle right here. Again, it's facsimile. So we're not doing 100% what these things look like. We're just getting kind of the idea of the feel, I guess, of what these things feel like. So that's going to be the Olympics right there. Again, going to have references. Okay. I want to get Portland, Oregon in this. So I think what I'll do, Portland, Oregon is a city that is known as Bridgetown. It's got something called the Willamette River running through it. And there's a whole bunch of rivers in the Pacific Northwest, a ton of them. We got a relatively small area to work with here. Okay, very, very small area. So I think, we're making fake rivers and things like that. Fake whatchamacallums, right? Whatever you call that. So again, it's all you got to kind of use your imagination. Okay, so this is going to be our Willamette. Okay, Willamette River. And we'll have bridges coming over that. We'll have Portland Town on either side here. And, the little, whatchamacallit, this is the Olympic area. And then the other thing, very near and dear to my heart, because it's always just sort of been there. I want a St Helens right here. Okay, Mount St Helens. Some of you might have learned about this in school. Volcano, yes, very, very cool. So I want it to look right, look all pretty right up here. Once again, these are all just markers. So and then maybe we'll have like smaller, small town, some other stuff like that. So basically, Seattle town up here, Portland town over here, sort of maybe like Volcano Alpine town over this way, maybe a little small thing over here, and Olympic town over here. So we'll have to figure out rides that go along with that. But I think that's a pretty good layout. I quite enjoy that layout. I think that's going to be good. So I am going to go through and sculpt these things out, which means I have to go online. I have to find photographs of these mountains. I have to sculpt them, and then I will come back to you. So I think what I'll do here is I'm going to do a time lapse, just showing you the process, and then we'll come back afterwards with our landscape, our map, ready to go. Okay, so here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I spent probably about an hour doing all of these mountains. So just a little rule, I guess. Oh goodness, my dogs came in and started growling. Get out of here, dogs. Just a little rule of sculpting. One of the things that's kind of interesting that I guess I knew this for a long time. Oh, what happened? This is weird to me. Huh. Oh, I see. Oh, that's like a regular okay. I hadn't realized that I'd scroll down. Anyways, one of the rules of sculpting, especially in like digital drawing and stuff like that, your model doesn't have to be super detailed if you have real nice textures to go along with it. So that's kind of what I was going for with these mountains. I'm just cleaning around the base a little bit, get some greenery around here. I think this size might need to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, so I built several mountain ranges. So this here is the Olympic range. If you've ever looked, I hope that kind of looks like it. I think these peaks should be a little bit higher. If you've ever looked at the Olympic mountain range from like the Seattle area, I don't know. Whenever I've looked at them, they've always been just this big, cool thing. They kind of like, I say they remind me of the Sawtooth Mountains, right? Well, I was about to say that. But they've always, I guess the Sawtooth Mountains reminded me of them when I saw the Sawtooth Mountains. So I hope this kind of looks like it. From Seattle, this is sort of what it looks like. Maybe from right here. Yeah, that looks pretty good, actually. I like that. This right here, obviously, we've got Mount Rainier, as I said. That is... Oh, whew, look at this. Whoosh. Zooming back everywhere. Okay, so, Mount Rainier. We got Mount Rainier right here. It looks really cool. Mount Rainier's bigger, so I put less detail into it. I know that sounds kind of weird, but if you have detailed areas around something that's bigger with less detailed, the bigger, less detailed thing will kind of look like there's more detail, especially if you do kind of what I'm doing right here and putting a bunch of tiny little details around the base. So you get really, really detailed around the base like this, okay? So you can see I'm making it look like there's little, jet outs coming here. If I do this, it'll kind of force the perspective on the mountain. So you kind of look at it from down here. You see all these jutting up. It looks like it might be, that's forced perspective. It looks like it might be bigger than it really is. So that's kind of the idea here is, we've got all this greenery, kind of just force the perspective right there. And I don't know what the deal is. I'm not really sure what greenery we're using or the ground uses here. Looks pretty good though. I like that. I really like the way that looks. And then of course, Mount St Helens here, which blew its top. As far as the snow, I don't even think this is snow. I think actually if we zoom in, I zoomed in at one point. I think this is sand. Yeah, so like if it were in a desert, it were sand. But if we juxtapose the sand with this, I don't know what texture this is even. Is it like an asphalt texture maybe? Let's see. Let me push it on here. I think it's just a stone, a dark stone. If we juxtapose the sand with the dark stone texture, it looks like mountains, at least, or snow. I mean, at least that's what I think it looks like. So I was able to achieve the effect of snow on stone by using that real light sand I also came in, and I was thinking of the Puget Sound backwards. That's the land is the arrow, not the sound. So I put this in. This is sort of what the Puget Sound looks like. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode. And now that we have all of our what do you call it? Terrain. Now that we have all our terrain done, I think, next episode we're going to put the rides in. Yeah, so the order of things that I'm going to do on this, the way that I see a lot of YouTubers, I guess, making their parks is they sort of do a little train over here, and then build a bunch of buildings, and then sort of like roller coaster through it, and then maybe come over here and do a bunch of buildings, and then maybe put like a ride around it or something like that. And to me that seems like a backward way of doing things. I don't know. Obviously they're more experienced than I am in this game, but it seems to me like you want the foundation down first. You want these you want your terrain. Oh my goodness. I'm lost in a mountain. Oh boy. Hello, mountain. Yeah, it seems to me like you want your terrain first. And then I must have selected something. Hello. There we go. Okay. And then you stick in your buildings, or not, excuse me, your buildings, not that. Your rides. You do your terrain, then you do your rides, and then you build the buildings around that. So, that way you're not like building buildings and then having to destroy them in order to get your rides in. I guess that seems to make more sense to me. I don't know if that makes more sense to you guys. It seems to make more sense to me. So that's my plan. Is I'm going to come in here in the next episode, or maybe even the next few episodes, and I want to put in rides. So I want like a Rainier coaster that comes maybe out here. I want St Helens coaster that comes over here. I definitely think I want a Portland coaster that goes back and forth kind of across this, the water here, because, it's Bridgetown. So we're going to have the Bridgetown coaster. I think that'd be really cool. Maybe a couple bridge, like that'll be like the feature, Bridgetown coasters, with a couple walking bridges. And I'm not really sure if I want a coaster out here. I kind of like the idea of leaving the Olympics untouched. I'm thinking maybe like a coaster around the back. I did this back a little bit for the option of that, but I really like the idea of you come in here to the park. Okay, this is where we enter. I'm going to take you on a virtual tour. So we enter right here and we come into Seattle town. Okay. And from Seattle town, we can see Mount Rainier. We can see, maybe this. What's this in the background? We're not quite sure. And we have this beautiful view out here of the Olympic area, Olympic Park. Maybe I'll have. Oh, that's a great idea. Maybe I'll just have smaller rides out here. This will be completely open, just be untouched. I love that idea. Because there's not much around the Olympic Mountains. It isn't like built up like it is Seattle and Portland area. So then I'm thinking maybe a small area in here, like food shops, things like that. This will be like a Port Angeles area. Okay. And then, of course, Portland town right here. So that's the idea. That's the plan. Anyways, I hope you liked this episode, guys. I sure had a heck of a fun time making it. So please, if you liked it, hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And I will see you in our very next episode of A-Dub and Planet Coaster.